just kind of excels at getting through those little skinny water situations that you're not gonna be able to run a crank. Ooh, something big. Hey everybody, Alex with Swamp Rat Fishing here. Today's video, I'm gonna take you along with me to a local pond. We're gonna do some swim jigging. I'm gonna show you the gear that I use, exactly how I work this thing and what kind of cover. We're gonna get on a couple big bass on this one too, so definitely stay tuned. All right folks, today we're gonna go over the swim jig. What we got here is a Beast Coast Gorilla swim jig. And so I'm gonna throw this on a medium heavy. This one's straight braid. You can use fluoro if you want. And as you see here, we've got some vegetation starting to emerge. This is like the perfect bait for that. So let's cast out. There's a couple different ways to work this. I personally always start with just a straight retrieve. And I'm just kind of pushing it straight into those pads that are out there. And the beauty of it is, I came right out of it, nothing on it. So again, just working it through. It's gonna kind of catch on these pads, which is fine. You just kind of pump with the reel and you'll be able to get through it. Trailers, I did a whole video on how to set up swim jig fishing on a budget. But there's kind of two schools of thought when it comes to trailers, and that's using a paddle tail or a swim bait, or using some kind of creature style bait. Today we're running a paddle tail. We got a black swammer from X Zone Lures on the back of it. I find it gives it a nice big profile. All right, so we did the straight retrieve. We're gonna do another one here where we're gonna cast this thing out and we're almost gonna yo-yo it. We're gonna let it drop a little bit, reel it up, drop a little bit. Just gonna reel, drop. 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 Just kind of figure out what they want. This one's good to get into that actual vegetation instead of like, you got grass on the bottom, instead of a lot of baits, like a spinner bait and a chatter bait, you can't actually get into that. Beauty of the swim jig is you can get directly into that vegetation, that cover. And again, comes out pretty clean. Again, we're kind of looking for that shallow vegetation. We're looking for that nasty stuff. You start to see the pads start to make their way up. Just gonna try to work right through all of that cover. And definitely if you're on the bank, just like with most baits, cast that thing kind of parallel. There we go, we on. Big old pickerel. God, dude. Man, it's already in there. Chill, dude. He is mad. chill guy. Oh, he's got an old hook in him. Right. This guy's all mangled up, but the guy was not happy, but as you see, pulled him out of that cover, no problem. Woo, swim jig. So that one was just parallel to the bank, right next to some of these lily pads and structure, and he engulfed that thing. Your bites are gonna be, a lot of times they're gonna hit it and run right at you. So as you saw with that hook set, it's kind of an aggressive sweep set. Ooh, look at all that. This is a perfect spot. You could normally, I mean, pick this apart with like a Texas rig, but Swim Jig's gonna let you cover water a lot more. So we're gonna move back to the Gorilla Swim Jig because we are gonna cast this right out into this, these pads and this vegetation. So I started to feel the grass kind of binding up on it. A couple real turns, it's gone. Keep that rod tip up, that'll help keep it out of the gunk. You know what I didn't mention? I mean, it's obviously good to use these to get through cover, to get through your muck. Also like a really good bait for shallow water. A moving bait for shallow water. It just kind of excels at getting through those little skinny water situations that you're not gonna be able to run a crank. Ooh, something big. Something big. Ooh, that's a nice bass. Again, he was right up in that muck. Really good size one. Look at that. Ooh, he's warm. Solid 3-pounder. Let's go. Reason you get, buddy. All right, let's let him go. Told you guys, get that swim jig up in the muck. That's where they're hiding at. Let's go. Got one right there. Here we go. Like I said, folks, up in the nasties. Look at that. Up in that nasty stuff. And that was literally as soon as it hit in those pads. Real healthy. Get yourself a good swim jig. Get yourself a trailer, medium heavy rod, throw some braid on there. Just go to town. Thanks folks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.